Morning, guys. I just woke up and I'm about to get ready for the gym, and I just took some branched amino acids. I took this green tea, caffeine pill, because I ran a pre-workout, so that'll make do. It's okay, guys, because that's all pre-workout is. It's just glorified caffeine powder with some, essentially malate, maybe beta-alanine, um, nitric oxide for pumps or whatever, but Anyways, today's gonna be upper volume, so you're gonna get a lot of good glimpses of that crap, and let's enjoy.
Here we are, guys. We got my volume day for upper, and so we're starting off today with some Bradford presses. This is my warm-up. I do 65 pounds for 6 reps. Guys, I really underestimated this exercise. I was like, I don't think it'll be that bad. I know I'm not gonna be able to push as much as my overhead press weight without a doubt, and so I was thinking but I don't know how will it feel on my shoulders, because I don't know, I've always been having a weird shoulder issue. I think it's my rotator cuff, but anyways, I decided, okay, that was a good warm up, let's do 85, and then I kind of miscounted and I did 11. Well, my goal was to hit 15 because this is volume and I wanted to do 3 sets of 15 today, but it just wasn't gonna happen, guys. When I got past the 10th rep, I was like, oh god, I'm so done. But 85 pounds, it was pretty good, and I didn't have any shoulder issues. I was actually really surprised because this rotator cuff issue has been bugging me for a while now. It's been bugging me for about a few months, but anyways, it didn't bug me at all this time, and I was really surprised because behind the neck, pressing. So I do 2 sets of 75. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my rest periods, I didn't rest long enough between these sets, even though it's volume day and you want to keep rest periods pretty short, well, shorter than your intensity days. I just hopped right into it, and so I only get about 8 reps for this for a continuous set, but then I give myself a 10-second break, and then I hurry and hit 2 more reps because honestly I didn't know why, but it was just very tiring. And then if you guys think I'm lying, then here's the second set of me doing it, and I do the same thing where I get about 8 reps and then I put it back, then I rest a couple seconds, and I hurry and do the next 3 just because I was just donezo. So my next goal for when I tackle this again next Wednesday is just try and, I don't know, just try and hit the rep ranges that I set myself up for. But all in all, I love this exercise. I really felt my medial deltoid hit very, 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 very hard. And that was the main purpose of this exercise, because I felt like for a volume day, I was like, let's try something other than overhead press, something other than just pushing the weight over my head. Let's try this Bradford press, and then it's a really good change of pace. And you can see I graze my hair on this exercise. And I was like, okay, one more. Oh, and there we go. So that was the Bradford press, and then we have 3 sets of 15 with incline dumbbell press. And this caught me off guard, because I was like, oh, I could push up 85s for a few reps, and then I was like, so 50s for however many was 15, and then I get them all, that's good. I was just really surprised because I don't know, I'm never used to working this high of a rep range, which is insane because I don't know, I guess I never felt the bother to need to because I was running a minimalist program. But since I'm running this concurrent periodization training style programming, it's just way more I just do a lot more. And to be completely honest, guys, when I woke up the next day after this volume day, I just felt like my whole body was just so it felt bigger. And not gonna lie, guys, ever since I started the concurrent periodization, I got more stretch marks on my arm, and then I measured again my arms, and they grew a quarter of an inch since, I don't know, it's probably an accumulation of the past few months, but guys, my arms grew quarter of an inch, and then I really noticed it when I switched to this more concurrent periodization. But we'll see how well this runs for me, because I still have to get more used to this volume, because this is very, very, very high volume. But everyone should probably be doing some type of volume work because it builds work capacity and muscular endurance, so that way you'll never have to worry about even just general physical preparedness stuff. It's just carrying groceries to the car. I don't know, it's just very basic stuff. Or even if you have a girlfriend, yeah, yeah, I'm a dork. All right, get over it. Anyway, here's my exercise. I got V-bar pushdowns. This is what I call volume reps, because I do sets of 30 of this, and I noticed that when I first did 30 pounds, I was like, you know, this that actually wasn't that bad. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I can only push down like 80. So, but if I'm doing 30 reps of something, then I can't imagine I can go like super, super like heavy. So I was like, 30 pounds sounds like it'd be quite adequate. And I was like, nah, I felt like that was a little too easy. But guys, like, I don't know, my arms are getting bigger, everything's just feeling good. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like the tricep work. I really do like this volume work. It's fun, like, and then just trying out new exercises, like the Bradford press. It's just like I just love training this style, and I decided to get like, oh, let's get clever with my, you know, camera views, and so I decided to film myself from a mirror, and no difference other than the lighting right there is godly. No, not the camera point directly at me, but it's the mirror that's next to me. It makes my arms look very godly. But anyways, 35 pounds with 30 reps. I didn't think that was that hard either, so I increased the weight one more time to 40 pounds for sets of 30. But I felt like this was like the perfect, it was like the right amount. And to be fair, this is like a ramping set. Could I have done this for 3 sets straight? I personally believe I could have, but you know, you live and you learn. So let's just work with it. And 90 reps, guys. 90 reps of V-bar pushdowns. Like, my triceps were quite donezo after this, and so after this, I was like, okay. So I decided to do a high volume chest exercise because I did 2 really good compounds. I did 2 pushing. Like, I do a main push, then I do a secondary push, and then I do an isolation tricep and an isolation chest for high volume, which is very good. Honestly, I could have the option to do 2 tricep movements, but I was thinking to myself, like, I want to get more chest. I want to get more chest in because the Bradford press doesn't work the chest really all that much, and the incline bench, I don't know, it's just, even then, it wasn't that much volume in the chest, so I decided, you know, let's just do something isolation, and then I decided to do high setting cable flies, so that felt good. And here's my next set. And, you know, if you just look in that mirror, the mirror is, you know, kind of bad and good at the same time. One hand I look in the mirror, I'm like, wow, I look like I'm at like my body fat percentage goal that I want to be at. But then, like, I look at the camera and looking at me, and it's like, huh, I look fat. Or, like, worse than I thought I actually did. But it doesn't matter. I mean, just get those reps in, get the sets in, and enjoy life. I'm not gonna lie, when you're doing 30 reps of something like this, it's very, 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 very tiring. But here's my last set. And you're probably wondering, like, why don't you extend your arms all the way? Do you see the range of motion in my chest? That's all you need, guys. It's a chest fly. It's not a brachialis fly, alright? Because that's the only thing you're really benefiting if you stretch your arms out all the way, is that you're just stretching the bicep more, and then you're working your biceps, and that's not my goal. My goal is to basically, you bring the, pretty much, if you get your shoulders back and get that stretch in the pec, then that's all you really need. Anyways, here is my next exercise, is lateral dumbbell raises. If you notice, I externally rotate at the top. I twist the dumbbells in. No, sorry, not in. I twist them out. A lot of people make this mistake where they pour them in, hence like the pour the pitcher. Imagine that you're pouring water into a cup. That is very bad for you guys. I don't know why people still do it. I don't know why people still advocate doing that. It's very bad for your shoulders. It will cause impingement, and it's just not safe. So if you want good shoulder health, externally rotate at the top, and you know, you might even get some of your delt action going on in there, and you know, get some high volume shoulder work. As you can tell, like, I'd say like one of my better features sometimes is my medial head of the deltoid, I think. In terms of, I get better caps than a lot of people do, mainly because people don't even train shoulders. People don't even train their shoulders that well. I feel like people really lack overhead press, and people just want to sit there and be bench press crazy and not develop anything like overhead pressing. I think overhead pressing by far is gonna build a way better physique than I can argue that I think it will build a better physique than, you know, bench. Anyways, here's my back exercise for the compound, and that was the lat pull down. I was debating whether or not I should just do actual pull-ups, but by the time I got to this exercise, I was kind of burnt out. But then again, I don't even think I could do 15 normal pull-ups at this state anyway. But so I decided to do lat pull down, which is just 120 pounds. The goal is to, you know, just kind of bring the elbows down into the pockets of my back. It feels really good, guys. I didn't realize how much I would actually like lat pull downs, but that felt pretty good. and I got a crazy pump in my arm. But I decided that was really easy, so I decided to increase the weight to 140 pounds. And this was like this is like my limit. I think the next set I actually had to stop at like 13 and then like come back and just try and do a couple more, because I don't know, when you're trying out these new exercises and then you are trying to judge like how many reps you can do, I'm somewhat in the ballpark, but I noticed that I'm really stubborn and I just really just want to train like crazy, and you can tell I was hitting myself in the face with the bar. Anyways, here's my last set of that. And as you can tell, like, my range of motion has decreased somewhat, but it's like nothing too crazy. I still got the stretch in the lats, but basically me holding the bar there actually did more harm to me than good, because it put a lot more tension on my forearms, and that's where I really felt the guys was my forearms, my biceps. Yeah, I had to give myself a sec. I was like, okay, this is insane. And so I had to reposition myself and try and tackle it, give myself a little bit of a break. And next time I'll be less stupid about it and just work with the reps that I need to do and the weight I need to do. What I should have done was lower the weight to about 130, or find 2 of those little bumper things and then did 15 there. And I probably would have had a good guess that 130 was my 15 rep max on this exercise, but it doesn't matter, it's just pure volume. And I look good here, guys. Just kidding. But cable rows, I do 3 sets of 20 with this. Funny story about these is that I would keep really solid, like, strict form, but then, like, towards the end of the reps and sets, I start developing a cheating form. But anyways, it doesn't matter. As long as I just get that good stretch in the lats and can just pull back, then I feel like mission was accomplished. So that was one set. Here was the next one. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this exercise makes me look pretty, it makes me look like I kind of left a little bit, wouldn't you say? I mean, like, look at my arms, the shoulder separation. Just ignore the tiny calves. I'm working on them, guys, alright? Because, you know, I wear joggers 90% of the time anyway. I mean, why have the train calves, right? Just kidding, guys. I think any type of I think fundamental leg training is at very least importance, because, you know, it's good for posture, it's good for stability, and of course, like, come on, just walking. I mean, I don't care to have the biggest squat, I don't care to have the biggest deadlift, but, you know, decent sized legs will get me very far in terms of physique, and I can stop being called out for chicken legs, you know. Hey, there's people that are way worse than me. Is it because I have chicken legs because my upper body is more developed than my lower legs, or is it because I never got called out for chicken legs before starting fitness? I think it's just because since the fitness thing, it's just something to, I don't know, attack me on or whatever. Anyways, here's my second to last exercise, was the cable curls. I do 3 sets of 30 with this, and I believe this is about 25 pounds. I feel really stupid, guys, because I forgot to record my last exercise, which was just face pulls. It was like, you guys seen me do face pulls before, so that's why I was too bummed out about it. Anyways, I just wanted to do a type of curl for high reps, because, you know, why not? Get some sort of arm work in, because upper volume, and oh boy, did I sure hit myself with that volume. But we're just gonna enjoy this type of exercise for the time being, and guys, I will swear by it. I will tell you right now if concurrent periodization is the way to go, because I'm gonna be running this for quite a while, and we'll see some gains, guys. Even on this cut, I refuse to lose muscle on the cut.
Guys, I am back home from the gym. That was a very intense, high-volume session, and I'm going to indulge on black coffee. It's a really indulgence. But anyways, Mom, how long was that workout?
I would say that you were there for at least 2 hours.
2 hours? That's about right. Oh, this is pretty good. That's a good workout. Now it's gonna burn my tongue, so I'm gonna avoid that for a minute. So I'm cutting right now, so the calories are gonna be low. I'm in about a 20% deficit right now. I don't really plan on getting lower than that. I'll probably stick with around 2,300 calories at the moment, because I feel like my energy expenditure is way higher due to 4 times frequency at the gym, and it's intensity volume split kind of thing. So I thought my energy expenditure is probably in the 3,000s. So it actually might even be more than 20% calorie deficit, but I'm just gonna run with that number and see how well it plays off, and checking the waist measurement and my weight, and, you know, enjoy life. All right. Let's do this. So we
Bailey and I, we just got done going grocery shopping for 2 items. Chocolate chip and sugar. It's not for me, alright, because, you know, I'm healthy like that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know if it's illegal to vlog and drive at the same time. I don't think there's ever been a law established by that. I'm just gonna assume no. Anyways, I'm still fasting, and I guess she's fasting because
We're having a competition. You can fast longer. So.
I think I'm gonna win, guys. No lie, I think I've done 48-hour fast before. I think I can kick the shit out of her. So, and I'll probably make her eat something anyways because I'm cool like that.
How does that make you cool? That just like makes it more.
Or what?
It makes it easier for you to win.
I always win. I always win.
No matter what.
No matter what.
I can't remember the last words of that song.
It's okay. My arm's getting tired, so I'm gonna hit the stop button. Alright, so right now I'm just studying a little bit, just getting some fitness knowledge in me, and then this is my first meal of the day. Is currently 6:19, so I've been fasting for about. I ended my fast last night about 12:30ish at midnight. So I've been fasting for about 17 hours. And wait, no. It's about 18 hours. So it's my first meal breaking the fast with about 12 ounces of chicken and a little bit of pico. And I'd say it's roughly around 520, 510 calories. You know, just something along the range of that. And it's about probably in the range around 90 grams of protein. So I'm getting my protein for the day. My goals for the protein is probably around 180-ish. I'm a little bit higher. It's probably like around 0.9-ish grams per pound of body weight, but I like the satiation. I like feeling full. So let's enjoy this meal, guys.